up and running. Nice. Online with Facebook. Let's see. Getting online with the other two. Looks like we're online with YouTube, and last but not least, just waiting to get online with Twitch here. And then we will be set. We are going to do something incredibly smart, which is fly right into a hurricane, because what could possibly go wrong? So, if we look on the map here, and let me just make sure this is working. I think we're good. Just checking my channel out here. Yeah, we're good. Everything is fine. I don't know why it says talk shows and podcasts. It's not what I'm... I don't know why it says talk shows and podcasts. But it does. You probably hear me twice here, so hang on. I need to... But it does. You probably hear me twice here, so need to mute myself here somehow. Yeah, I can totally hear an echo. Yeah, I can totally hear an echo. Well, we'll just do it that way and shut that down. There, that should stop the echo. Okay, so here we are. We are going to zoom in on this area here. So this is Hurricane Laura, obviously, which has recently gotten a hell of a lot bigger. It just hit a Category 4 about an hour ago and is still gaining strength. So you can see there that it's a pretty good representation of it. So I'm trying to figure out the best way. I'm actually kind of surprised if I zoom in here. Yeah, so if you look at all these green dots, a lot of people are having the same idea I am, which is, hey, it'd be a great idea to fly into the middle of a hurricane. What could possibly go wrong? Here's all these guys' space. These are all people who are flying into the hurricane. Now, they look to be, no, okay, they're about in the right area. So this guy here, who's that guy? I don't know, some dude. Wesley Aaron 1335 apparently is closest. Well, these guys are more towards the eye of the hurricane itself. But as you can see, a whole lot of people are in here. So we are going to see if we can... Now, what's the best way to do this? I guess, let's see. Let's see here. Well, probably the best way is to spawn... I'm going to... because the middle's kind of right around here. So I'm thinking maybe I should, what's this here? That's Galveston. Try and spawn in somewhere around the edges. I wonder if I should start from out here or start in the middle and work my way out. That may seem like a better idea. It seems what a lot of people are doing. I don't know if the Icon A5 is a great choice for this, but is it really a good choice to fly a plane into a hurricane? Probably no. But what the hey? What the hell? Well, this one will be a little faster. Where is our Cessna? This is our training. This is a training aircraft. This is one that they kind of train you on when you're learning all the early stuff, which is a little faster. With this, actually, I think I'll try this Robin aircraft because it was pretty cool. ATC options, not that we're going to need any. Storm. Call sign. There we go. Hurricane. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Oh, you can't do LRLUR. Lura? Screw it. Let's just do a 001. What the hell? Okay, so that's all set. Now, we will see if we can... Now, hang on. Let me back out of here a little bit. Let's see where the best place to spawn in is. Do we try to go to the eye or a way out, or should we try and fly from outside and then the way in? I think what I will do is I'll try from out here and try heading east, because that seems like a little bit of we can see everything. Because unfortunately, once we're in there, we can't see the map, so we're just going to have to kind of make our way through. So let's see what this does. We'll give her a go and see what happens. There it is. Oh, okay, he's... Alright, I see you guys in the chat. Jennifer says, be careful. I will. Although, I don't really know what can happen. I mean, I don't think the hurricane will throw me out of my seat from here. But hey, who knows? All right, so as you can see, it spawned me right on the edge here. And we are, looks a little cloudy. Go figure.
Houston Center, Robin Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf
All
Sierra
right,
is
so
time
it's
Robin
going
Air
to
43, 1 mile southeast of
see
Kilo
what we
Papa
can see
Alpha
here.
Alpha.
Okay, so we
Request
are
flight following.
going to head east. We're gonna turn
Robin Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Houston
and head right for the middle of this thing
10122.
and see what we see.
10122 to Robin X-ray Golf Sierra.
Well, already dropping like a stone, which is interesting.
Robin X-ray Golf Sierra.
All right.
Contact 31 miles southeast of Kilo Papa Alpha Alpha 1,500 feet. Altimeter 29.
All right, so we're pushing this, and we're headed pretty much due east. Maybe we'll get a little more. We might be no, we're not above it. We're at 1,900 feet, so it's obviously very cloudy. Let's see if we can, we'll kind of go through our clouds here. We should keep at a cruise altitude or attitude, and guess we'll see what we'll see. Thank you, Dragon Stop. Get this effing thing going. That is what we're doing. Katie is hiding. Ben said nice. Katie is hiding. Well, tell Katie we got nothing to worry about. Actually, this is, and what I will do is perhaps to bring in the VFR map here, so you can, and I will. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You don't want that. You want the VFR map. I said show me the VFR map, damn it. There it is. So now I can zoom out as much as I can. So this is kind of where I am. It's not going to show you the weather here, sadly, but what I will probably do is, let's maybe put that down here, and we'll see if we can turn a little more east. Yeah, we seem to have banked. I think the wind actually pushed us almost 90 degrees to the north there, because I didn't turn anything at all. So yeah, it looks okay. This looks way worse. This definitely looks like some bad weather, shall we say. So we're climbing up. We're at about 2,000 feet. I don't want to go too high, simply because you know, we don't want to fly above it. Although flying above it might be kind of interesting. Let's see. So we're trying to level this sucker up a little bit. I think we're looking pretty good right now. We'll see what we can do. So this part actually looks pretty clear, doesn't it? This is interesting. As we head out, and we'll kind of, we don't want to, you know, we're getting pushed around a little bit, but this, I mean, this looks clear as day, doesn't it? So I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but that cloud, I don't know what you call it, wall, I guess, almost directly ahead of us, and maybe over a little more to the right there, could be a little bit interesting. So let's just bring that up a little bit. I want to make sure we're not going too high. Geez, but you can see the clouds the way this thing goes. It's pretty cool. And we're going to cruise into this cloud wall here and see what we get. This will be interesting. So, I don't know. No, I don't think I'm in the eye yet. No, no way. Wouldn't be this clear, would it? As you can see, I'm very knowledgeable about hurricanes, other than, hey, they dangerous, don't go in them, which is exactly what I'm about to do. So, following my own advice, not too well. Trying to level this baby off here a little bit. So we're at about 2,000 feet, a little under. It should keep us pretty close to the thing. Yeah, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, is right. Rock you like a hurricane, that's right. Should have, well, I guess I can't. I guess I could play that, but I'd probably get the old stream flag saying, hey, you can't stream copyrighted stuff because that's bad. Real bad. So anyway, we'll drift over here a little bit, and we're going to head right at this thing. Wow, this may go down as perhaps the biggest mistake in the history of aviation. But we're going in. We're going in. To see what happens. We are flying right at this. Man, that's interesting. You see that kind of dark area just in here that we're now heading directly into, because what could possibly happen? Let's see. So far, I don't know. Maybe because of the settings I have on my plane, because I have it set at medium, which does some of the controls for you. If I set this to hard, it would probably be bouncing this plane around like a Super Bowl. Look, and here we go. We are going right in. Right in. Okay, so we are, I guess I don't really need the VFR map anymore. Let's just make that small. That way we can actually see our other stuff. I'll close that for now. And here we go. So are we getting any rain? Not really. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, nothing coming off the windshield so far that I can see in here. Now, again, I obviously don't know how well this can react or replicate real life, but we're kind of in the thick of it now. I mean, this is right about in the middle. If I make sure I check my, okay, I'm staying pretty level at about 2,000 feet, so I'm not dropping or ascending. Why did it get so quiet all of a sudden? That's a good question. Let's see. Looks pretty much, I mean, right now it just looks like a cloudy day. You're not seeing any storm activity so far. Let me just check my position again. Maybe I'll leave that map on. And we'll sort of put it right about here, make it a little smaller so I can still see my gauges. There we go. So, again, it looks like more clouds up ahead, so we'll head in straight this way. Now, we're traveling at about 110 knots, so I'm not sure how quickly, or we might be above. Like, that looks pretty crazy right there, doesn't it? Man, the clouds are crazy. I mean, you can see the I don't know if this is coming through on the stream, but at least on my screen, you can see the plane just kind of cutting through the clouds and them kind of dissipating in front of you. It's very interesting. But so far, again, no, doesn't seem to be any weather. I'm not getting any rain hitting the aircraft at all. Might try and turn a little bit more to a little more northeast here to see if we can see anything. Again, we're getting maybe a little too close to the. Oh, we're staying pretty level. We're a little under 2,000 feet still. So right now, this just it's like a big bunch of clouds, doesn't it? Which is interesting. Don't really see anything. And Donna said, "Say hi to NEM." It's a good idea, and her little dog too. Let's see. So it looks like we're coming out of this a little bit. So I don't know if. We haven't hit, again, there's another set of, clouds, like a wall of clouds here right around. Like, we seem to be right at the proper altitude. I wonder if we go higher, see above this, if we could see anything, because again, this area looks pretty clear, so I just don't know if it's doing the best it can to kind of figure this out. I mean, I don't think, Dad said goodbye, great, yeah. See you later. I don't know what this will do, but sadly I can't see the overall map here. So I also haven't seen any other traffic. So if I zoom in here a little bit, it's not showing any other. So unless I'm still like well outside. But so far, it doesn't seem like it. Just trying to zoom out and get a little more. Man, those clouds are something else, aren't they? Okay, alright, this looks pretty dark. Let's see. Alright, no, we're fine. Everything seems to be okay. Check to see if I'm getting no weather, which is interesting. I mean, I would expect certainly some rain. But so unless I might be too far out from the eye, but I should be, from what I saw, pretty much right in the middle of this thing. And so far, it's just a cloudy day. Let's see if we can make our way a little more north here, see what we can see. And again, more clouds here. So certainly cloudy enough. That's an interesting cloud right there, isn't it? But here we are again. If I look over to the left here, see, that doesn't look too friendly at all over there, does it? Maybe I should hook up let's go through these clouds here, and then what I might do is kind of reverse down and see if we can come back down through that area. But so far in this area, pretty clean. Nothing much to see unless, well, let's see if we can look around. Actually, looks a bit nasty over there. We have to look outside here. We're heading into some pretty, you can really see you can see the clouds being kind of pushed around. And we look to be headed toward a pretty big, this is, this is wild. Pretty big chunk of clouds here, so we're going up a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely not the Big Apple, that's for sure. But also, so far, no weather to talk about, which is really strange. So I'm wondering if maybe I might try and get a little further down this way. We'll kind of making just a bit. You can see what I'm doing. I'm banking to the right. Wow, look at that. That looks. There's some definitely interesting. We're sinking a bit now. We're probably because of the way I was turning, but let's see if we can. If I turn around here a little bit, or maybe head a little more south. I'm kind of going up a little bit and getting more vertical than I wanted to. I am getting pushed around here a little bit now, but that's how it feels. I'm also dropping like a stone. Holy crap. Okay, this is interesting. All right, we look to be in not nice weather now. Maybe this is more if I go toward the... Still not getting any rain, which is very interesting. We kind of reverse our field around here a little bit. Apparently I need to go more east according to Dragon Stomp, so let's see. And I'm going exactly the wrong way. So let's reverse around and keep heading east, because maybe I didn't go far enough. And we'll try and get a little more out into the open. I think we're pretty close, but it definitely looks pretty nasty out there. So this is a part of the movie where everyone gets stranded in the wilderness. Yeah, isn't this like the start of Lost or something? Didn't they start with a plane crash? I can't even remember, but fortunately, nothing so crazy should happen. All right, so now we are headed almost directly due east, pretty much, or a little southeast. But let's fix that up. We'll see if we can get going here at nice 090. There we are. All right, close enough, and we'll see what we'll see. So. Kind of want to stay in this view, just to make sure our altitude doesn't drop too much. Might nudge the trim down just a little bit to make sure we're maintaining our altitude. I want to stick around 2,000 feet. So we're, let's see, try not to... where's my, oh, there it is, okay. The eye is due south of the minimize button on your VFR map, okay. Okay, so you need to go a little more, kind of a little more northeast here. And we'll start heading a little, so we're actually pretty far away still from the eye anyway. So let's see, now we're gonna head sort of in the right direction here. This should be going pretty much almost directly northeast, and we'll see. So yeah, this looks pretty dark out. Let's do this. So we may just be on the outskirts, but that's looking a bit nasty in this area. So we'll try and cruise through that as much as we possibly can. People are level here, and we're reset that. Make sure we're straight and level. I think we are, and. But I also want to stay in this because this is the view that you can actually see when rain starts to hit the aircraft. It really, I mean, you'll see the water start flowing off. It's pretty cool. So let's see. So we're gonna head more this way. Our goal is to maybe get around over here. Maybe a little south. This looks like a little darker here, but again, no. Rain, I'm zooming out here a little bit. No rain to speak of. This plane also has some pretty decent visuals. That looks a little nasty over there, but we do seem to be headed into the bad stuff. Let's see. Okay, don't need to go any more north, just way more east. Okay, so we're going to, we'll straighten out here a little bit, and we'll, I can zoom in on this, and these are our, should reset that. There we go. We seem to be tilted a little bit. Okay, we need to straighten her out a little bit. Unidirectional. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to. Let's head directly east. That's what we want to do. That is directly 090. Right about there. We're staying. How's our altitude? Okay, I think we're good. There we go. We're a little bit. That sounds right about. Okay. A little more. That looks pretty good. Let's go to our outside view here. And well, I think that's about good. We're at 082, so let's tilt a little more. Alright, that's pretty much due east. Almost right on the money. So we should be getting, I would think, into the edge of it. Pretty soon. This thing obviously is picking up speed in a hurry. And we will see if we can't get some action going on here. See if actually a good idea maybe is to see if we can speed this up a little bit. We'll get some. Well, full throttle going. Any rain to speak of yet? Not yet, apparently. Oh, we don't want to do that. Let's zoom out here a bit. There we go. And see what we'll see here. So we're starting to make our way over east. So far, nothing much to talk about. But again, we might be moving a little bit too slow, so I may even want to think about hopping out and respawning a little more towards the middle. So maybe that's what I'll do. So let's stop this just for a minute. We're going to keep our settings. We're going to go back to the main menu here real quick. And what I will do is spawn almost a lot closer to the eye instead of, because obviously it's taking a long time to, you know, we may be going east for half an hour before we actually get anywhere. So let's go back to the world map real quick. And there we go. There's our hurricane. So the eye is like right about here. So I'm going to, and as I get closer, I'm sure you're going to see a lot more. Yeah, there's all the vehicles. So let's go. Let's just zoom out again. Okay, so right about here looks like the place to be. So we're going to set, this is our departure. And away we go. This should put us right smack dab in the middle. And we'll see on our VFR map exactly just how far away we were here. Okay, I think we found it. This looks a lot darker. All right.
Houston Center, Robin.
All right, now you can start seeing, now you can see the rain that is really pelting off of the vehicle. Man, this is dark. Let's go out here. Wow, we are right in the middle. So you can see, let me see if I can look to the, there, you can see the water kind of flowing off here, because obviously we're right in the middle now. Might be better off the sides here. Sadly, I mean, you can't, because we literally can't see anything, so it's not terribly clear, but you can see the rain flowing off the sides of the plane here. And it looks like now on our VFR, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, if I kind of go over, so we're a good deal east of where we used to be here. And it looks to be getting darker. And we can kind of barely see the ocean below us here. What are we heading, about northwest right about now? So we are, it's pretty much acting again. I don't think my settings are on total, well, I know they're not on full flying simulation, or else I have no doubt I'd be being pushed around like crazy right now. Dr. Brew, I'm scared. Killing my productivity one hurricane tour at a time. That's what I'm here for. That's my job, is to make sure you're not productive and instead studying hurricanes on the inside of a virtual one. It is really neat to see the water fly off like this, and it reacts differently, obviously, depending on what plane you're in. But this, man, that's ever cool. Just a whole lot of dark gray nothing. Let's zoom out here a bit, see if we can't. Okay, let's put our VFR map away for now. We can. There we go. So it really looks like we're just going through. I should check my guide. I get that. Start looking at the visuals and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I have to fly the plane too, so to make sure that we're not, headed into a nosedive into the ground. But we appear to be just underneath 2,000 feet. And we seem to be turning a little bit for reasons passing understanding. So let's let's try and get that nice and leveled out. There we are. So yeah, if this is absolutely not how a plane would behave in a hurricane. I'm pretty sure that is that's pretty clear. But here we are. Man, it looks a little darker over there. So let me just check the VFR one more time to see where we are. So we're kind of okay. So maybe we'll head a little more north towards. I'm not sure which airport this is, but we can kind of make that turn. And we'll see. We'll head a little more north and see if we can make our way out. But we will, man, this is cool. Going to turn around until our indicator here. We're going to head due north, just straight 360 or 000 if you prefer. Let's make sure I'm not crashing into the ground. I am getting a little low here. So let's even that out a little bit. Make sure our attitude is good. We're actually a little, we've got a slight climb attitude there, which means, see this orange line here? I don't know how well you can see it. It's sinking down now, but basically if it's slightly above the white line of the horizon here, that means that you're constantly gaining altitude. And obviously if you're down here, then you're constantly losing altitude, but which kind of looks like we're doing right now. So if I switch back to my view here and have a look, we are down to about 1,500 feet. So let's try and maybe adjust a little bit so we don't, head into the water. But I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the chop of the water has actually, increased, which makes sense, obviously, if we're in the middle of a hurricane. But that will be affected depending on how bad or good the weather is. So if it's calm weather, then it's nice, calm waves as well. And if not, you get more like what you're seeing here with cresting waves and stuff, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can, I don't know if we can get a better view from the storm plane. This is the storm plane reporting from the middle of the virtual hurricane, and guess what? It kind of actually, if you look like it, it almost looks like we're in the eye in a way, doesn't it? As we kind of circle around here, but so far, okay, we are losing a little bit of altitude here. We should probably pull her up a little, just a little bit, just a little. Gain a little altitude here, not much, but enough to make sure we don't eat the ground. There we go, looking good. And well, I guess looking good for as well as you can look when you're in the middle of a hurricane. So let's hear. So it has stopped raining, which is interesting. So let's okay, we were headed basically due north. We can land at one of these maybe, but let us keep heading north. So this might be actually, let me bring that back. This might be kind of the eye right here. Might be a little more north, I'm not sure. Let's see. That's a good idea, land in Lafayette. I'm not sure which one of these, or actually, if I go to my, where's my air traffic control thing? I think it's here, the tower thing. All right, here we go. It should say nearest airport list. There's Seafood Warehouse Park. I have no idea where that is, but who doesn't want to land at Seafood Warehouse Park? It sounds terrific. I'm going to land and get some shrimp. It sounds amazing. So I guess we'll have to see where we're close. And actually, let me check my... Yeah, okay, we're okay. We're staying... Starting to rain a little bit again now. We're staying level. But... I wonder where, code LFT, he said. Okay, so LFT is, now I don't know exactly. This is, unfortunately, I can't zoom out any further, so I think I'm a little bit to east of Maine, Louisiana. I'm not sure if this is exactly where I am, and I don't think I can set a flight plan while I'm in the air. I'd have to stop and start again, and then see if I can fly. I don't know how far away it is either, so I'm not sure which is KCWF here, which I guess would be what, Kilo Charlie. I forget what W is. F is Foxtrot. What's W? Come on, I forgot. Airplane. Terrible. I've been pretty good with learning the sort of airplane alphabet here. Whiskey is W, so that is technically Kilo Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot. Now what? Let's just kind of type. I'm just typing in a browser and seeing exactly, seeing where that is. That is apparently the Chenot International Airport. Let's take a look at these other ones. KBPT. Okay, so this this apparently is Wichita, right over there. That is Jack Brooks Regional Airport. Beaumont, Port Arthur. Interesting. Okay. Which looks to be, man, I can't read these maps very well. Control tower near Houston, so I guess I'm a little. So I guess Louisiana would be more over here. Over to the. I'm kind of headed towards it in general. But have you tried? No, I have not tried shooting the Hurricane with a missile. I don't think that's going to work out well. But you know, good idea. Didn't they do that in, or what they're thinking of doing that in Armageddon, and then they were like, no, you're an idiot for thinking that. You've got to do the way more logical thing of landing on the asteroid and blowing it up. But, hey, I don't know. I'm not a NASA scientist. What do I know? But what I do know is that it's gotten pretty quiet in this little area that I'm in now. I must be a lot more kind of drifting a bit to the east. Sure, like just kind of looking at the side. It looks a little lighter. Maybe that's just the sun behind the clouds there. And then looking a little nastier over there. Let's see, we'll try and keep heading north. Don't know if I can. I unfortunately I have no idea. I think the actual distance from here to here is a long way. So I probably won't fly the whole thing just because everyone's going to get bored out of their mind. But so far, doesn't look like a heck of a lot going on, at least right now. What I could do is try and set this thing to like super simulation, although I'd probably crash in 3 seconds. Yeah, that's the Ultimate Warrior's music. Great. Ultimate Warrior versus a Hurricane. I'm putting my money on the Hurricane. Sorry, Warrior. So yeah, this whole area just seems pretty open. Oh my god. This is crazy. But we are getting a little more towards the great as the chat quotes Ultimate Warrior promos. So we are flying kind of directly north at this KCWF. Actually, maybe I should turn in. This one apparently is the Jack Brooks. Yeah, oh, it's in Port. So this is Port Arthur, Texas, right here. And then, so if does this site I'm on have a search? It's got to, right? Here we go. So if I go KCWF, which is not a wrestling federation. Oh, okay, so that is Chenot, if I'm pronouncing that right. Chenot International Airport, Lake Charles, Louisiana, is right there. So I'm not sure where Lafayette would be. I think a little more to the east, but I'm not perfectly sure. You said the code was what? Let me try and look that up now that I have this site. This LFT. So I'm just have a look at LFT here. Lafayette Regional Airport. Kind of looks like it's east of there. It's kind of hard from the maps that it's giving me, so we don't know exactly where it is, but kind of headed more or less in the right direction. But we're still, as you can see, we haven't really gained a lot of Maybe KLFT in game, but unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe if I zoom. Oh, there it is. It's right there. That's it. Okay, now we can see it. So we would be headed a little more northeast. So let's bank our turn there. Must yeah, negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full, very very full because we're in a friggin' hurricane. So we're gonna go almost directly northeast here. We're gonna flick over. There we go. By the way, should I be running with my? I don't know. Does this thing have a landing gear or not? Apparently, no, it does not. Okay, the landing gear is always supposed to be down. Just making sure. Just making sure. We're gonna try and decrease our. And speed up a little bit. But now we're headed in the general direction of Lafayette. Let's see. We are still a long way out. I mean, I don't even know if I have the fuel to get there. But I kind of plopped in the middle of it. But if as you can see, it's still pretty calm in this particular area. It's not raining. Rain seems to be going off and on. But it looks like this is about as dark as it's going to get. Since we're pretty much, we might be out of the eye now, but right now it just looks incredibly. A real question, are you noticing any flight turbulence in game? Right now I'm not a lot, no, but I don't think I have that setting on. So maybe what I will do, just for fun, is actually turn everything on. So let me, since this is pretty much just going to be the same all the time, let me try and go back to the main menu. This is probably going to be hilarious because I'm now going to do everything as real as possible, and I'm terrible. So if I go to the options here and I go to assistance, and we're going to make this true to life, which I'm sure will be a giant mistake, but hey, what the hell. Assume crash positions, good idea. Hoagie, absolutely, a good idea. My goodness. Okay, so we'll go back to the back to here. We'll see all this traffic. I think we're zoomed in because we're right near that. There we are. So let's look up. So what did you say it was? KLT? Is that what sort of was? Or KF? KLFT. Sorry. So let's try LFT. Or maybe it has to be KLFT. There it is, Lafayette. So regional airport is right there. So let's zoom out again. So that's where, all right, so let's say this is our arrival point. And then let's put ourselves like, what if I'm like right here? And let's say I set this as the departure. How far is that? That's 38 minutes. It's kind of long. So let's see. Maybe what I'll do is, so hang on, let's get rid of that. Let's get a little closer to land here. I know we're getting outside of the hurricane a bit, but it should be, this look, maybe have a good idea of it, because you can see the edge of it is already kind of over. I'm just kind of curious. So if I type in, does anything come up for Lafayette? Lafayette, just the actual regional airport. Okay, so we're headed right there. So the edge of it is kind of on the going through Lafayette and the southern part of Louisiana now. So let's go right. Let's try right around the edge, right about here, and let's set that as the departure. So there it says 30 minutes, but we can probably make it faster than that. But let's head that way, and that way we'll see over ground and see if there's any more effects. If I even make it. I mean, I forgot we're on the hard setting, so I'm not sure. Power Rose is asking, can you get above it? That's what hurricane hunters do. That's a good question. Unfortunately, I can't spawn in at a particular altitude. Unfortunately, I can try and raise up a little bit, but that's about it. But here, knowing me, considering I'm set on simulation now, the odds of me making it to Lafayette are fewer and far between. Oh, okay. Hey, Jerome, how's it going? I had no idea that was your Twitch name. Now I know. But I will try and gain some altitude here to see if I can get above it, and then fly over your house. There you go. All right. Oh, maybe it looks like I put it above me already. Looking at it here, or at least in between. This is interesting. Let's see where we end up. But this is the edge of it. I don't think we need the checklist right now. Get rid of that, and we can let's tune in Houston Center here. Now it doesn't have, yeah, I have basically nothing going. Okay, so now I'm definitely feeling the airplane get pushed around. So okay, so here I am. I'm at 7,000 feet and apparently dropping extremely quickly. But we are headed, I think, let me look at my VFR map, make sure I'm headed in the right, yes I am. So I should be able to zoom this out, there we go. And so now I'm a lot closer to land, and that is the Lafayette Airport that we're gonna try and land at. So, seems pretty clear so far so good. I mean, I wonder if I should drop over it. Like, this must be above it. Let's look around and see what we can see. Yeah, look at that. That's really interesting. No, I'm not sure. Again, I wish I had more knowledge about hurricanes and the way these work. So it looks like, you know, like there's a few breaks in the clouds here. You know, like these little small patches kind of everywhere. Looking over here, it looks, it's just like, I don't know if we're just kind of between the layers or if we are currently above the kind of main of it, or maybe it's above me. You know, it's kind of hard to tell. Since we're on the kind of edge of it now, we seem to kind of be right in the middle. So I don't know if this is the worst of it here, and it's still a little ways from land. But we should be over land very shortly, which we can't quite see here, but should be coming up on pretty quickly. So we'll see if we're dropping down a little bit here. Well, which is okay. We kind of want to get down lower a little bit. This area in here doesn't look too great either. But let's just check this. Everything seems to be on the straight and narrow. We are dropping down a little bit, although I can't say I guess we're in the area where I'm not feeling any turbulence at this point, which is good. That might change once we get a little further out. So that land will be a lot of marsh for a while on the coast. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see. Now, I don't know how low down, but we'll see if we can, once we get down towards land, I'll start, it's just sort of, I'm gonna try and decrease my altitude a little bit. Not too much. I mean, we don't want to plunge into the river here, but hopefully we can do that without too much trouble. We're looking pretty good there, so let's go back out to here. So we're dropping at a pretty decent height, so we're about 5,500 feet, sinking pretty quickly. I don't know how low down to the actually, when I think about it, there is a station. If I tune in, actually nearest airport list, am I close enough for KFT? No, not yet, but that's just for traffic, because each one of these stations will have it has a dedicated weather station that will tell you basically what the flight conditions are at the moment. So actually, look at this, we're kind of drifting off course a little bit. So let's make sure we're headed more at Lafayette. So we're down to about 4,500 feet. I don't want to cancel flight following. I really do not. So but we are going to sink down into the clouds here a little bit, and should get below this cloud layer and kind of see what we're going to see here. Now, I don't want to drop, we're already down to 4,000 feet, so we're dropping pretty quick, but we also, I don't know if we can see through the clouds here. Well, we're still over water, although we're starting to get down into it now. So once we hit about maybe 2,000 and get below these clouds, I will try and level her off and see what we can see. Can also head a little more, slightly more north. We'll pull that up a little bit. Kind of right there. Okay, there's the edge of land right here. So we're just coming up on it now. And we're going to pull that up a little bit and see if we can't level this off and try and stay around this altitude here. So we're at about 3,000 feet, I think. And it looks like we're right on target here. So as I get closer to the airport itself, it should automatically. Oh, we're diving down here a little bit, so it's a little trickier to stay straight and level when you're uh, doing it for real. I don't know how much my it doesn't feel too different from what I was on before, other than when I was in the middle of that area, I was getting pushed around quite a lot. Well, I'm not sure what the weather is right now. Maybe I'll give it a little more engine power here. So we're at about 2,500 there. So we're down and below it now, kind of nicely. No, no hurricane here. Says crisis averted. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. It was all a hoax. Everything's great. So we're coming up, and so I'll be curious, Jerome, as I start to fly over the land here, as I actually start to, hit Louisiana. It'll start. I don't know how much of this coast you'll be able to recognize or see, but be interesting to see how what you think of the actual modeling and what the AI does for this particular area. It might be easier once I actually get closer to Lafayette. But we're making good timing here, so cruising along pretty well. Yeah. So he says, you're not going to see civilization until you get north of the bay, due south of LFT, of Lafayette. So this is the bay here I'm talking about. So I'm heading pretty much right at it. Dual barrel roll, Fox. Funnily enough, there are actual planes in here that will do that kind of stuff, that you can actually do acrobatics in. I have, I tried it once, I tried to land it, and I bounced like a Super Ball. So I haven't gone back and tried it since. But that is something I do want to learn how to do, just because, well, A, it's fun, and who doesn't want to do a little more acrobatics. So far, Jerome's right on the money. As you can see here, we're a whole lot of nothing at the moment. This looks kind of like swamp, like marshland to me. Land in a crawfish pond and make some fet. That's a good idea. Now I want crawfish fet, damn it. How are we doing here? We are, okay, we're keeping our altitude is pretty much looking pretty good. It is going down a little, but that's fine. Now if I zoom in kind of closer here and get a different angle, you can kind of see the wind pushing the plane around a little bit. Like, I'm not touching the controls at all right now, and you can kind of see, if I go right at it, you can see the wind slowly kind of pushing a little bit on the plane. So those channels, Jerome says, is old oil and gas pipeline trafficking canals. Look at that. Is that ever cool? Learn something new every day. That's awesome. So you can kind of check that, and that runs all the way out right into the water there, and all the way up, and those things go on. That's really cool. That's good to know. To reset the camera here. So we got a little cloud over here a little bit. So just to our left, so there is a landing strip there, whatever LLA is. I don't have the window open anymore, so I can't look it up, but that is another, I can zoom in here a little bit now that we can get a little closer. Maybe like that. There we go. So there's these circles that you can see are actually the different airspaces that exist. And for the super simmers, you can get, basically these indicate a specific flight restrictions. Might be intercoastal city. So within this area, there's an actual rule that you must, I'm just making this up, but let's say you'd have to stay between, say, 7,000 and 10,000 feet or something like that. And usually the air traffic controller, which I should actually open this window up because I already have it open. Okay, I'm just going to move this to the side so it stays out of people's way. And we should start. Let's reset. How's our? Oh, we're sinking a little bit here. So let's see. Wow. So it really is pushing us down a little, even though my trim here is indicated to kind of keep us more, like keeps the nose up. Basically, is what that does. So if I increase power here a little bit, and this should put us up a little bit more to kind of a more of a cruise altitude here, attitude. I have no idea what LLA is. Intercoastal city is further north. Oh, okay. So I don't know what it is either. I'd have to look that up. I can always do that. So let's see. LLA Airport. apparently is Lulea Air. No, that can't be right. Is that it? Lulea Calax Airport. Is that right? That's what it's telling me. LLA is. At least a quick Google search is what it's telling me. So I don't know how airport codes. Well, no, because Lulea Airport is in Sweden, so that's not right. I don't know what that is. That might just be a nav point, actually. Because those exist if I zoom out a little bit. I don't know if it's showing it right now. It might only do that when we are flying with instrument flight rules, which basically gives you a bunch of nav points which leads you to your destination. But right now we don't really see any of those, so that'll have to be, maybe if I put in KLLA, let's give that a shot. No results, so LLA doesn't really come up as anything, so I'm not sure what that is. Internet is not helping. But we are staying a little more, let's make sure we're staying on course here. We're just below the cloud line, which again doesn't look too bad in southern Louisiana yet, assuming this is on par. Thanks, Serge. I appreciate it. Yeah, LSU is not an airport. Yeah, that's true. Good to know. Although I didn't know when I did fly over OSU the other day, I was quite surprised to find out that OSU actually has an airstrip of its own. So it's possible that LSU, and I guess it's up here, probably has an airstrip of its own. Something I was not aware of at all. Kind of neat. So assuming this is LSU is, this is their, maybe that's their airstrip. I don't know. Or maybe I can just land and yell "Go Tigers" and then take off again. Let's see. That's Sergio with the tornado. There we go. Baton Rouge. It's a pretty big airport. That makes sense. What is the? What's the? Let's find out. So Baton Rouge Airport. See if we can find the symbol for that. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport is BTR apparently, or maybe maybe KBTR. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it. YBTR. Oh, I don't know what that is. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Oh, very nice. We seem to be headed right at her. Now, what I don't know, because I don't have. Oh yeah, because I have it on hardcore sim settings. Usually, it would give me an indicator to say, "Hey, you are this many nautical miles." Oh, here we go. So I can now tune into Lafayette approach. Let's do that. So nearest airport list, I should be able to pick up Lafayette Airport by now. Apparently not. Let's try airports farther from you. Keenan, Kaplan, there's all kinds of them, but not the one I'm looking for. I guess I gotta get a little closer. There sure is a lot of airstrips around here though. There it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, so I'm going to tune in the Lafayette Tower. Apparently I can do this far away. And I'm going to request a landing.
Lafayette Tower Hurricane 001 is tree 4 miles south with uniform to land. Hurricane 001 Lafayette Tower. Fly straight and runway 4 right. Altimeter 29er decimal 64 with 110 at tree 9er.
So wind 110 at 39er is bad. That's a truckload of wind. That's 39 knots of wind, and so a knot is about 1.2, if I remember right, somewhere in there in miles. So that's when you're flying, that's a decent amount of wind that should be pushing you around. So far, not too badly. I got to acknowledge the instructions here to make sure I'm not. We're all gonna die. That may not be inaccurate, but hopefully not. So we are about 33 miles out. So we're really gonna see. We should see. They can kind of see the airplane here being pushed around a little bit. Not too bad yet, but this really does kind of seem like, why the heck are you in the air type of weather? Now I can tune into the ATIS. The ATIS, ATIS, is the channel that will give you the weather report. So let's have a listen to this.
Lafayette Airport Information Uniform 2000 Zulu. Wind 09er at tree 8. Visibility, tree in heavy rain. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,000 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 12,300 feet. Temperature, 28. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 29.78. ILS runway 4 right and visual runway 4 left in use.
Thanks,
Landing
Hoagie.
and departing runway 4 right and runway 4
Make
left.
sure we're not dropping like a stone here. We're not. Okay, good.
Direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instruction. Advise controller on initial contact unit.
Alright, so turning back into the shower here. How are we doing? We still got a ways to go. Very cloudy. Looking very rainy over here. Kind of what we're headed right at. What's your vector, Victor? We have clearance. Should have brought the lasagna. I know I forgot something. Am I bringing life-saving meds? No, I'm landing to pick up some crawfet and then leaving. But this cloud formation is, look at that. It looks like a demon looking down on you. A demon that's very excited. I don't even want to say. Now there is a way to fast forward. But I don't know how to do it. If you want to look that up, apparently I'm supposed to hit R and then hit something else. But last time I tried that, it didn't work. So I'm not perfectly sure how that works. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Yeah, no kidding. As we get closer and closer, it should tell me. Now again, I have no idea, where the runway is, and I don't think I can zoom in close enough to see. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. First off, I'm being pushed around pretty heavily, although I'm up to 3,000 feet. We need to, at this point, I think we need to kind of start descending a little bit. Because, man, look at that. That looks amazing. There was like about 0.04 seconds there for a second when I thought that was the right answer. And then I realized what you were trying to do there as I try not to choke to death while I fly in here. Oh god, good one. Man, look at this. I have no idea if this is what the sky looks like right now, Jerome, where you are, but this is not fun. Wow, look at that. We are staying more or less on course. We have been pushed around. What are we doing? 031 here, 032. So we're moving around a little. But man, this is something else to see, I tell you. Well, I think we're starting to get north of the Bay Area that you were talking about, I think. But we are getting close. I mean, these visuals are unbelievable. Look at that. I wonder if we'll see some. We may see some lightning. There is lightning in here. You can see the angle of attack of the plane is kind of bouncing around a little bit here, which is interesting. I think that just again, if I look kind of at the side here, you can see the plane kind of getting slightly pushed around, but nothing too bad so far. But man, does that look ominous or what? Not something I think you want to, as you can see, we're getting a little bit of a frame rate drop here, mostly because I think we're starting to, well, one, we've got all kinds of clouds. Look at that. And two, we're starting to fly through some of them, so there's more for the sim to start pulling in and loading in real time, which is basically how this works. Yeah, there's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your play. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane? Pick up the white courtesy phone. No, the white phone. Don't come at me with your white zone shit again. So we're dropping into the cloud. What are we at? I'll go actually up a little bit. So I want to try, if we can, start. Oh, look at that. We got a rainbow. I'm going under the rainbow. I might go through the rainbow. We get closer to the ground here. That's super cool. Check it out. I have not done the shortest runway challenge, mostly because I'm not insane. I've done a couple of the challenges. I did the Toronto one, and I did the Courchevel one, which is in France. Joey, have you ever been in a drink? Okay, this is bad that we're flying into right now. And for all my effort to drop down, I have not really been able to do it kind of at all. So we're going to try and straighten this out a little bit and drop down. Try and, without, you know, crashing into the ground. And now we can see nothing. So this is absolutely the type of, here, let's try this. Request airport direction.
Lafayette Tower Hurricane 001 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Help me out here.
Hurricane 001 airport is 11 o'clock to 2 miles.
All right, we're in there. Thank you, sir. We are headed, man, it must be raining by now. We're not getting much rain, but we are getting a little. You know, if you can see, yeah, you can see the water bouncing off here. Again, it's so dark ahead, you can't really see the water that's bouncing off the windshield here. Let's check our, okay, we're still flying. We seem to be going up again. We really got to, oh, let's do this. Let's cut her back here a little bit. One of the things that keeps slipping my mind is basically your, really your speed really has all of the control over your altitude. So when you power down a little bit, that's going to do more to drop you down. As you can see, we're down to about 115 knots here, and we're starting to drop now. So we're just below 3,000 feet, and we got to be getting close. Say, what did you say we were? We were 22 miles away, it said. So we're getting there, and we can start to see a little bit here as I drop down kind of below the clouds here a little. So I might try and do that and see if we can get just a little lower so we can actually see some sights on the ground here again. Looks like lots of farmland in Louisiana. Very nice. Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Alright, we're looking pretty good. That, however, looks awful. Wow. Is that ever something? I cannot get over. You can, I mean, if you actually look at the cloud for now, I mean, you can see it expanding out in real time. Like, it's very slow, but you can kind of see everything changing as you go, which is really something. So what are we down to? About 114 knots here. We're just below 2,000 feet here, so let's maybe pick it up a little. We've got to be getting close now, so sooner or later, I would imagine the tower will give us some instructions. Let's look below us here as we're flying over something, and we're picking up speed in a hurry. Let's look at how are we doing here? Okay, we're pretty level. Maybe it could be up a little bit, but I mean, we're sticking to it, but we are dropping down. We're at about 50. I don't think we want to be quite this low. Reset the, maybe pick it up here a little bit. Try and stay, yeah, so we're kind of right in the clouds here, but we are headed, maybe you gotta go a little more north. And we'll see if we can't put this baby on the ground in a hurricane. Because clearly oh, there you go. That looks like, well, that's something in front of us. I don't know if that's a plane. I don't think so, because I don't see any traffic on the VFR. It will show other traffic as it flies around you, and the ATC will actually alert you to when there's traffic in your area. I'm trying to raise her up a little bit here. Now I can really feel, as I get lower, I can really see and feel the aircraft really getting pushed around now. Like this is, I'm supposed to be going up right now. I mean, I should add a little more power. And there are 4 lights. Right now I just want 1. I'm heading right at what I believe is the airport. And they've turned that light on, unless that's another plane right in front of me. Fortunately for me, if that does happen to be a plane, because we do look like we're, maybe it is. I think it is a plane. I'm kind of surprised why I don't see that, but that's going to go by us. Yep, it's going to do the old, there's 2 planes right there. Check that out. That guy's going to go by us on the right here. He's going to zoom on by. And there's another guy cutting right in front of me here. So I don't have the indicators on that show who's who, which is good because they're kind of big and they take up a lot of room. So, but we appear to be headed pretty much at the right direction. We are climbing a little, which I'm fine with for the moment. We are going to have to start descending here pretty soon. That's one of the hardest things that I've always had is when I'm landing is just starting to judge the time when you start to bring the plane down from wherever you are. That stuff is hard. Horace guy missed your earlier message about you may need developer mode on and setting. That is quite possible. I have not messed around at all with developer mode yet. Didn't have any massive plans to, but I kind of wouldn't mind taking a peek in there just to see what's going on, as we're getting pretty darn close to the airport now. Let's see. Let's just do another request.
Lafayette Tower Hurricane 001 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport. Hurricane 001 airport is 11 o'clock 10.
Okay, so we're still 10 miles out. So really it's not until you get about 2 miles out. Let's see, do I want to request another? Now I don't know what. Runway 4 left. I don't know which one that is. Maybe that's the only one I can land at. I don't know. So we seem to be getting a little bit of height here now. Let's try and bring her down a little. Man, does this look dark? Did we just fly into the crap or what? Well, we're just 10 miles out. Maybe I can get even closer here. Yeah, oh, hang on. It seemed to... There we go. So all these things you see here, I think these are usually nav points that when you're flying IFR, I'm flying over one right now, it will kind of give you a path to where you need to go. Trying to power down here a little bit. I don't want to, just want to try and stay as level as I can. As we start our approach into hell. No. But we will slowly make our way down and see if we can't land this thing. Man, I can see nothing, so I certainly hope once we, and I can't really tell from here, oh, there's the ground. There, yeah, there's nothing above us. So the visibility is basically a big old nothing right now. So I have no, this is going to be interesting. Hopefully I can land this in some way. I may have to do a go around, but I'm kind of hoping, unless this stuff is like right at the ground, maybe I can try dropping down a little lower maybe? Let's see if we can get down.
Hurricane 001 cleared to land runway 4 right.
Oh, I got an achievement request. Oh, interesting. So we are cleared to land runway 4R, wind 199 at 20.
Cleared to land runway 4 right, Hurricane 001.
Now, I wish I knew where that was. But at least we know where we're landing. We're landing at 4R, wherever 4R happens to be. So we're staying at about, okay, we're about even. We are getting quite close. Man, I can't see anything. This is going to be terrible. We are slowly descending. Very slow. We're kind of leveling off now. So as we kind of make our way down, we're still a ways out, so we don't want to get too low. I'd say I don't want to drop below 1500 at this point. We'll try and keep her up here a bit. Definitely, I would say don't try this at home, but I mean, I am at home. Don't really know what I'm doing, but we will see if we can somehow pull this off. This is going to be interesting. All right, we see lights. I think that's a plane in front of us. Whoops, unless that is where I'm supposed to be. We're very close now. So I might start slowing her down. We may have to go around just to get a good look at this thing. This is where my, usually my indicator to land really helps. Oh, no, did you? Oh, we'll have to do it again. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that is an airport. That is a landing rate, but it looks like we are obviously not lined up right. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this way a little bit. And that's the runway we're going to land at. So we're going to, I don't know if that's 4 left or not, but that's where we're going to land. If you don't like it, sue me. Pull up. Hey, we're getting really low here. So let's, easy does it. All right. So we are going to, okay, so now if we look behind us, we can see, all right, there is the runway, or our runway. Maybe it's this one over here we're supposed to land at. That probably makes sense. So maybe we'll aim for that one, because also it gives us a little more time. So let's, all right, reset this. We are pretty low to begin with, so see if we can't swing her around here. Doing so quite slowly, because I was trying to lift up at the same time. All right. Oh, shit, I can't see the runway again. I think that's it there, at least where the flashing light is. No, it's not. That's not it. I'm not even close. All right. It's somewhere back there. All right, we're gonna straighten that out. Get pointed around here at the right kind of. There it is. All right, we see her. We're gonna power down here a little bit. Maybe a lot. And we are going to start dropping. Now we are, okay, there's the one we want to land. Actually, we're landing up with this one. We're going with this one. Landing gear would be an idea. All right. Landing gear is down. We are slowing down. We got some flaps action here. Okay, we're pretty high. So we're actually dropping down. We may actually slick over here to this guy, since we are pretty much in line with either one of these, and we're also pretty high. So we're going to drop her down. All right. Here goes nothing. I think we're coming in way too fast. I'm going to shut down the speed here. Man, we got to get over a little bit. This is going to be interesting. We are pretty high. We might be too high. Yeah, we think we are. All right. Let's see if we can bring this down. And that's the one. Okay, so this is the right. This is the right one, but easy. All right, easy does it. I think we're going to be okay. Slowly. We're going really fast. All right, we're on the ground. We did it. Hit them brakes. Ooh, we did it. Oh, my God. Hit the brakes. Oh, my God. It's the end of the runway. Hit the brakes. Holy Christmas. Slow that puppy down. Atta boy. Whoa, baby. Oh, we could not. Like a glove. Yes, I heard your last transmission. I was too busy freaking out. We did it. Just wanted to tell you good luck. We're all counting on you. Wow. Okay, so now I need to tune in And let's taxi to parking.
Ground Hurricane 001, request
Oh
taxi to
man,
parking.
don't need that anymore.
Hurricane 001 taxi to general aviation parking by taxiway.
Look at the rain coming down now. So it should give it, oh, now I have no idea where that is because I don't have my, see, real simmers would know exactly where that is. So we're just gonna kind of cruise on over here. We might need to speed up a little bit.
001, please acknowledge.
I acknowledge your taxi clearance. I don't know where I'm going, but F it. I don't care, I'm on the ground. Yeah, I landed way easy now. I landed way too fast. That was technically a terrible landing, but as you can say, as they say, any landing you can walk away from in a hurricane is awesome. So that's what I'm going with. That doesn't look like the area there where I'm supposed to park. Now, Jerome, I have no idea if this looks like Lafayette Airport to you. We're kind of all right. We're supposed to follow the lanes here. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna park this thing because honestly, who cares? We're on the ground. I really don't care. Maybe that looks kind of easy. Easy text. Let's ease her on in. Usually, you will see, like in my version, it gives me an area. Actually, usually right where the pushback guy is, which is right there. So let's try parking over there. See if it really matters. This is probably the guy. We're gonna find out here. So we're gonna slow her down. We're gonna turn that power down. Jeez. And we're just gonna slide. Yeah, this looks like the guy. Let's switch to our other view here. There we are. All right, bring her in, son. A little more to the left. All right, you happy? Coming on in. Coming in. Now, bring her in. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. And stop. Yeah, we did it. Parking brake on. We did it. All right, now what I don't know is how you turn this. So this. All right. Flying off. And I guess this is our. We turn that off. Yes. Victory, baby. We landed in a hurricane. That was awesome. I feel very good. And that was on hard mode too. So hey, I feel pretty good about myself right now. That was great. So that's, according to Microsoft Flight Simulator, what the eye of a hurricane looks like. Pretty awesome stuff. Really fun. Wow, that was cool. We're definitely going to have to check that out again later. Maybe we can fly over Louisiana a little later on today. I know the bad things are headed their way. I hope everybody, Jerome, I hope you guys are all okay. Take care of yourselves. We're thinking of you. Stay safe, and we will be back for more of this at some point for sure. This was great. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This was a blast. I'll catch you later.